where biologists have found a wealth of new species after exploring a rift some 5 kilometers beneath the sea. The organisms include some that scientists can't even identify.
An underwater city that vanished 2,000 years ago, and a lifelike Jason Voorhees statue lurking in a forgotten pit. These are the strangest things found in the deep sea. Cleopatra's Lost City. Let's start this journey of strange things with a sunken city that's fascinated archaeologists and historians for years. This place is known as Cleopatra's Lost City, and it used to be a buzzing center of trade and culture. Back in the days of Cleopatra VII, the last ruler of Egypt's Ptolemaic kingdom, it was a lively metropolis. But about 2,000 years ago, earthquakes and tidal waves sent this vibrant city sinking into the sea, wiping it off the map. Fast forward to 1998, French underwater archaeologist Franck Goddio took on the mission to find this legendary city. And boy, did his team hit the jackpot. They discovered statues of the Egyptian goddess Isis, a giant sphinx, and remains of a grand palace. These treasures gave us a peek into the splendor and luxury of ancient Alexandria before it met its watery fate. While the famous Great Lighthouse of Alexandria still remains elusive, the findings from this site reveal the impressive architectural feats of the city. One of the coolest discoveries was a well-preserved harbor complete with docks and warehouses. This showed that Cleopatra's Lost City was a bustling commercial hub, alive with maritime activities. The team also found intricate mosaics and statues, giving us more clues about the artistic and cultural richness of the time. These discoveries highlight not just the city's trading power, but also its vibrant cultural scene. The mystery of the Yonaguni Monument. Next, we have the coast of Yonaguni, Japan. Here you'll find one of the coolest underwater spots, the Yonaguni Monument. A local diver named Kihachiro Aratake found it in 1985. This structure is about 27 meters underwater and stretches 150 meters by 40 meters. Its highest point is just 5 meters below the surface, and it's got people all over the world talking. What makes the Yonaguni Monument so interesting are its geometric shapes that look like an ancient grand structure. Imagine rectangular shapes, neatly arranged steps, and terraces that look like a giant staircase or ancient temple ruins. These precise formations have led many to think it might be the remains of a lost civilization. Some folks even suggest it was an ancient ceremonial platform or a landing site built by a society thousands of years ago. The alignment and patterns seem almost too perfect to be natural. But wait, not everyone agrees. Geologists think the Yonaguni Monument might be completely natural. They believe it was shaped by erosion, sedimentation, and underwater currents. The surrounding rocks are thought to be around 20 million years old, way before humans existed. According to this theory, the ocean's forces have carved these rocks into their current shapes over millions of years. As if these mysteries were not enough, some people even think the Yonaguni Monument could be the work of aliens. There's no scientific evidence for this, but the idea of otherworldly architects has captured a lot of imaginations. Dull discovery. Let's move our horses to 1912, in which the RMS Titanic hit an iceberg in the icy Atlantic waters, leading to one of the most tragic maritime disasters ever. Over 1,500 lives were lost, and for decades, the exact location of the wreck remained a mystery. It wasn't until 1985 that Dr. Robert Ballard and his team finally found the Titanic's resting place, filling the world with a mix of awe and sorrow. The discovery revealed a haunting collection of debris and artifacts, giving us a glimpse into the lives lost that night. One of the most touching finds was a porcelain doll made by the German manufacturer Schönau and Hofmeister. This doll, once cherished by a passenger, now lies in the cold, dark depths of the ocean. It's a stark reminder of the personal stories wrapped up in this historic disaster. The Titanic, known for its luxury and grandeur, also carried many personal treasures, and this doll connects us to the past in a very tangible way. The doll's presence at the wreck site carries a heavy emotional weight, echoing the loss of innocent lives and personal belongings. Survivor Eva Hart, who was just 7 years old when the Titanic sank, shared a heartbreaking story of losing her own doll during the chaos of the evacuation. Stories like hers add depth to the discovery of similar artifacts among the wreckage, as they represent the everyday lives and personal tragedies of those on board. Giant eyeball. This one's really crazy. What if you stumble upon a giant softball-sized eyeball while taking a stroll on a Florida beach? That's exactly what happened in 2012, leaving everyone stunned. People started coming up with all sorts of wild theories about a massive sea creature, like a giant squid or even a mythical sea monster. The media went crazy, and everyone was fascinated by the idea that this huge eye could belong to some undiscovered giant lurking in the deep ocean. But the real story behind this mysterious eyeball was just as intriguing. After some thorough analysis, experts figured out that the eye belonged to a swordfish known scientifically as Ziphius gladius. Swordfish are pretty impressive creatures, growing up to 15 feet long and weighing as much as 1,430 pounds. Their big eyes are perfect for their deep sea habitat, where light is scarce. These large eyes help them spot prey in the dim, murky waters. The size of the eyeball was typical for a swordfish, but the way it was found was unusual. The clean, straight cuts around the eye suggested it had been removed deliberately, not by natural means. This led to speculations that humans might have been involved, possibly for scientific research, commercial purposes, or even illegal activities. This incident highlighted the broader issue of human impact on marine life and raised questions about how we handle these majestic creatures. The sunken pirate city of Port Royal. You might have heard about this one. Port Royal, sitting pretty on the southern coast of Jamaica, was once known as the wickedest city on earth back in the 17th century. This place was the ultimate pirate paradise, overflowing with taverns, brothels, and all kinds of shady dealings. Pirates and privateers flocked there, living it up with all the loot they snatched from Spanish galleons. It was the go-to spot for anyone looking to strike it rich or get into some serious trouble. But then, on June 7, 1692, karma came knocking. A massive earthquake around a 7.5 on the Richter scale rocked Port Royal to its core. The ground shook, and within minutes, the city started sinking into the Caribbean Sea. This wasn't just some minor land shift, it was a full-on catastrophe with seismic shocks and tsunamis washing over everything. A huge chunk of the city went under, dragging its treasures and many of its notorious residents with it. Today, what's left of Port Royal is an underwater treasure trove. Archaeologists have found streets, buildings, and tons of artifacts that paint a vivid picture of life back in the day. We're talking coins, pottery, and remnants of grand buildings, all perfectly preserved under the sea. It's like a 17th century time capsule. Exploring these underwater ruins is like stepping into a pirate movie. Advanced tech like sonar mapping and robotic exploration have mapped out the city's grid, fortifications, and buildings that were once buzzing with life. Each artifact tells a story, adding layers to the rich and chaotic history of Port Royal. This sunken city isn't just for archaeologists though, it's a hotspot for divers and history buffs from all over the world. Everyone wants a piece of Port Royal's secrets and its role in maritime history. The preservation of this underwater city allows for unprecedented research and discovery. As of 2024, Port Royal remains a goldmine for academics and a magnet for curious tourists. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. Now it's time for an anomaly that was discovered beneath the waves of the Baltic Sea. Back in 2011, a team of Swedish divers, led by Peter Lindberg and Dennis Asberg, stumbled upon an object that looked just like the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. Located about 92 meters deep, this bizarre find measured around 60 meters across and had a mysterious, disc-like shape that immediately grabbed everyone's attention. From the get-go, the Baltic Sea anomaly was cloaked in mystery. Divers quickly noticed their equipment went haywire whenever they got close to the object, sparking wild theories about what it could be. Was it an alien spacecraft quietly resting on the ocean floor? Maybe a sunken World War II submarine? Some folks even thought it might be an ancient man-made structure hidden for centuries. The anomaly's smooth, rounded edges and strange alignment with other underwater features only made things more intriguing. By 2012, curiosity about the Baltic Sea anomaly hit a fever pitch. A new team, Ocean X, went back to the site with high-tech sonar imaging and remotely operated vehicles. Their mission? To get detailed images of the object. What they found was fascinating. The structure seemed to have large parallel tracks and a central platform. Despite the impressive footage and all the theories flying around, no one could definitively explain what the anomaly was. The leading theory now is that it's a natural geological formation, possibly shaped by glacial activity or underwater volcanic processes. Fast forward to 2024, and the Baltic Sea anomaly still captivates people worldwide. It pops up in documentaries and media reports all the time, with its true identity still up for debate. This mysterious underwater object remains one of the most compelling and elusive discoveries in modern ocean exploration, leaving us with more questions than answers. The Underwater Museum of Cancun. On to the Underwater Museum of Cancun. It's way more than just a Mexico tourist destination. It's a stunning blend of art and marine conservation. This marvel is MUSA, the Museo Subacuático de Arte, an underwater museum that opened in 2009. The brainchild of British sculptor Jason DeCaris Taylor, MUSA combines artistic expression with environmental preservation in a way that's absolutely breathtaking. What would you feel like if you're diving into the turquoise waters and suddenly you're surrounded by over 500 life-sized, lifelike sculptures, all carefully placed on the seabed? But these aren't just any sculptures, they're part of an artificial reef designed to boost marine life and encourage coral growth. The sculptures range from human figures to everyday objects, each one contributing to a thriving underwater ecosystem. One of the standout installations at MUSA is The Silent Evolution, a mesmerizing collection of human figures depicted in various interactions. These sculptures are made from a special eco-friendly concrete that supports coral growth and provides essential habitats for marine creatures. Over time, these artworks become part of the ocean's infrastructure, blending seamlessly into their surroundings and fostering marine biodiversity. MUSA has gained international fame, attracting over 700,000 visitors each year. Tourists can explore this underwater wonder through guided diving and snorkeling tours, getting an up-close look at the submerged artworks while learning about marine ecology and conservation. A visit to MUSA is not just an adventure, it's a powerful lesson in the importance of protecting our oceans. Beyond its artistic appeal, MUSA is a crucial site for scientific research. Marine biologists study how these sculptures impact local ecosystems, providing valuable insights into the role of artificial reefs in ocean conservation. The data collected here helps us understand how man-made structures can support marine life and aids in ongoing efforts to preserve underwater environments. The Lost City of Dwarka. Off the coast of Gujarat, India, you can find the submerged remnants of what many believe to be the ancient city of Dwarka. According to Hindu scriptures, Dwarka was the majestic kingdom ruled by Lord Krishna, a place of immense splendor and divine power. Dating back to around 3200 BC, this city was said to have been swallowed by the sea in a cataclysmic event, giving it a mystical connection to the gods. Discovered underwater in the Arabian Sea, Dwarka's ruins lie at depths between 20 and 30 meters. Archaeologists have found large stone structures, streets, and well-preserved artifacts, suggesting this was once a bustling hub of advanced civilization. What makes this discovery even more amazing is that radiocarbon dating and underwater explorations hint that Dwarka might have existed even before the famous Harappan civilization, possibly making it one of the oldest urban settlements in the region. Of course, these findings haven't been without controversy. Some scholars are all in, convinced that these ruins are linked to the legendary city of Krishna, while others are more skeptical. The site has been the subject of numerous studies, each trying to untangle its historical and mythological significance. A major breakthrough came in 2000 when underwater archaeologists uncovered a large, well-organized city with streets, temples, and sizable buildings. This discovery gave serious credibility to the theory that these ruins could be the fabled Dwarka from ancient texts. Today, Dwarka continues to draw scholars, historians, and enthusiasts. Ongoing exploration and study of the site help us piece together the history of ancient civilizations and their mythological stories. As of 2024, Dwarka remains a captivating and enigmatic landmark, challenging our understanding of ancient Indian history and mythology. Giant oarfish. Moving to the giant oarfish. Deep in the ocean's mysterious depths, this creature glides through the dark waters with an eerie grace. Scientifically known as Regalicus glesson, the giant oarfish holds the title of the longest bony fish in the world, stretching up to an astounding 11 meters or 36 feet. With its sleek, ribbon-like body and long flowing fins, it looks ghostly, almost mythical. No wonder it's been the stuff of legends for centuries. These giant oarfish are so elusive that spotting one is like finding a needle in a haystack. They hang out in the deep sea, typically between 200 and 1,000 meters beneath the surface. Because of this remote habitat, seeing a giant oarfish alive is a rare and thrilling event. Most of what we know comes from the occasional beaching or accidental capture by fishermen. Noteworthy strandings have been reported in places like Japan, California, and Mexico, where each sighting sparks excitement and scientific curiosity. In Japanese folklore, giant oarfish are believed to be harbingers of earthquakes. This idea gained traction after several of these colossal fish were spotted before the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. While this link might seem compelling, scientific studies suggest otherwise. The appearance of giant oarfish at the surface is more likely due to environmental stress or illness rather than being a reliable predictor of seismic activity. Despite their legendary status, giant oarfish are marvels of deep-sea adaptation. Their large, sensitive eyes are perfectly designed to detect the faint bioluminescence of prey in the pitch-black ocean depths. And their long, slender bodies, not just for show, they help them navigate the immense pressure and cold of their underwater world. The combination of their rare sightings and unique adaptations continues to fascinate scientists and ocean enthusiasts alike, highlighting the endless mysteries that the ocean still holds. Frilled shark. And now let's meet the frilled shark, a creature that looks like it swam straight out of a prehistoric era. With its long serpentine body and 6 gill slits, this ancient shark resembles the primordial fish that roamed the waters over 80 million years ago. Its appearance is downright otherworldly, complete with 300 trident-shaped teeth and a gaping mouth that hints at its fierce old-world lineage. Frilled sharks prefer the dark, cold depths of the ocean, usually hanging out between 500 and 1,500 meters beneath the surface. These deep-sea dwellers make their homes in continental slopes and underwater canyons, which is why sightings are so rare. It wasn't until 2004 that researchers finally captured high-quality footage of a frilled shark in its natural habitat. This groundbreaking video offered a rare peek into the life of this elusive predator, shedding light on its mysterious behavior and hunting techniques. Watching a frilled shark hunt is like watching a creature from another time. Unlike most modern sharks that bite and tear their prey, the frilled shark uses a lunging and swallowing method. It captures squid, fish, and even other sharks with a swift, gulping motion. This ancient hunting style shows how the frilled shark has retained primitive traits for survival. Its diet and hunting style reveal a lot about its adaptation to deep-sea life, where traditional shark behaviors have evolved differently. The frilled shark's reproductive habits are equally fascinating. It gives birth to relatively large and well-developed young, a trait that helps the offspring survive in the harsh conditions of the deep sea. This strategy is a testament to the frilled shark's adaptation to its environment, where predators are few and competition is minimal. Despite their ancient lineage, frilled sharks thrive in these remote depths, their rare sightings continuing to captivate marine biologists and ocean enthusiasts alike. Underwater Sculpture Park. Anyways, have you ever thought about exploring an underwater art gallery? Off the coast of Grenada, there's a stunning place where art meets marine conservation, the Molinier Underwater Sculpture Park. Created by the brilliant artist Jason DeCaires-Taylor, this underwater museum invites divers and snorkelers to see over 75 life-sized sculptures lying beneath the waves. It's like entering a magical world where art and nature blend seamlessly. The park opened in 2006, and it's not just an artistic wonder, it's also a clever solution to an environmental problem. Taylor's sculptures, like The Lost Correspondent and Vicissitudes, were made using molds of local people. These statues were placed underwater to become artificial reefs, helping corals grow and providing homes for marine life. Imagine swimming through this quiet underwater realm with statues slowly coming to life as corals and fish make them their home. Over the years, these sculptures have turned into vibrant underwater habitats. Corals and marine creatures have settled on the figures, turning them into colorful, lively ecosystems. What started as lifeless statues are now bustling with marine life. This transformation is truly awe-inspiring, showing how art can breathe new life into the ocean and help restore it. The Molinier Underwater Sculpture Park was built to help coral reefs damaged by hurricanes. The sculptures give coral larvae a new place to attach and grow, helping to rejuvenate these crucial marine environments. Seeing these once lifeless statues now teeming with life is a powerful reminder of nature's resilience and the amazing results of creative thinking. And it's not just great for the environment, it's a huge hit with tourists too. People from all over the world come to see these incredible underwater sculptures, diving or snorkeling among the art. This boost in tourism helps Grenada's local economy, showing that conservation and tourism can work hand in hand. The Molinier Underwater Sculpture Park also shows how art can connect us more deeply with the ocean. It highlights the potential for creative solutions to make a real impact on marine conservation while offering an unforgettable experience for visitors. Jason Voorhees Underwater Statue. Your next discovery is for hockey fans. Attention please. What if you are diving into an old forgotten iron ore pit and coming face to face with Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th? Yep, you read that right. Deep underwater, 37 meters down, there's a lifelike statue of the infamous slasher, complete with his creepy hockey mask and machete. This spine-chilling statue was created by artist Curtis Lahr in 2013, and it has turned this abandoned pit into a mix of horror and adventure that's both eerie and exciting. This isn't your typical underwater dive. The statue captures every unsettling detail of Jason's look, making it a must-see for thrill seekers and horror fans. Lahr wanted to blend popular culture with a unique diving experience, and he nailed it. The creepy scene has divers from all over coming to check it out, and videos of their encounters have gone viral on social media, grabbing attention worldwide. What's fascinating about this underwater statue is how it sparks conversations about art, culture, and the ocean. Placing Jason Voorhees in such a spooky, remote spot adds to the statue's creepy charm, making it a one-of-a-kind piece of modern horror art. It's not just a statue, it's an immersive experience that makes us think about how we interact with and see cultural icons in weird and wonderful places. This creative project has brought new life to a forgotten place, turning it into a surprising attraction that draws tourists and fans from everywhere. Divers exploring the murky waters around the statue react with everything from shock to excitement. It's amazing how blending a horror icon with underwater exploration can have such a powerful impact. The Eldritch Horror. Next up, we have the Siphonophore. These beings aren't just one animal, but a whole colony of specialized individuals, each with its own job. The Portuguese man-o-war is a famous example, but even more impressive are deep-sea siphonophores like the elusive Praia dubia, which can stretch up to an incredible 40 meters long. These giants are not only amazing to see, but are also marvels of deep-sea adaptation. Siphonophores thrive between 200 and 4,350 feet below the surface in a dark, high-pressure world. Thanks to the Serpent Project, a collaboration between marine scientists and the oil and gas industry, we've been able to explore these hidden depths using high-tech, remotely operated vehicles, ROVs. These expeditions have revealed some of the most eerie and alien-like creatures on our planet. What's mind-blowing about siphonophores is how they operate. Each one is a complex functioning entity made up of zooids, each with a specific role. Some zooids have stinging cells to catch prey, others take care of digestion, and some are responsible for reproduction. The EV Nautilus team, with their state-of-the-art equipment, has captured stunning footage of these creatures in action. Watching them work together as a single organism, despite being made up of separate parts, gives us a rare peek into the strange world of deep-sea life. Scientists are fascinated by siphonophores because they show us just how diverse and incredible ocean life can be. Their complex social structure and amazing adaptations are a testament to the ocean's ability to produce some truly weird and wonderful forms of life. There's still so much to discover about these creatures and the mysterious depths they call home. Vampire squid. Until now, it might have been a mystery for you, but deep in the ocean, where sunlight never reaches, lives one of the most captivating creatures of the deep, the vampire squid. Officially known as Vampiroteuthis infernalis, this cephalopod earns its nickname, the vampire squid from hell, due to its dark, eerie appearance and sci-fi-like features. The vampire squid dwells in the mesopelagic zone, often called the twilight zone, at depths between 800 to 3,000 meters. This extreme environment only allows for the survival of uniquely adapted creatures. What sets the vampire squid apart is its webbed arms, which unfurl like a dark cloak around its body. Unlike other cephalopods that use their limbs to hunt prey, the vampire squid's arms are primarily for defense. Instead of hunting, it drifts through the deep sea, feeding on marine snow. Marine snow is drifting organic debris from the ocean's upper layers, providing a steady, though meager, food source in the nutrient-poor twilight zone. This is a clever survival strategy in a place where active hunting isn't practical. For defense, the vampire squid has a unique trick, bioluminescent mucus. When threatened, it releases this glowing mucus into the water. The resulting bright cloud disorients and deters predators, giving the squid precious moments to escape. This remarkable adaptation shows just how inventive nature can be in the most challenging environments. Studying vampire squids gives marine biologists insights into survival in extreme deep-sea conditions. Their elusive nature and unique features make them a treasure trove of information about how life can thrive in unexpected places. The vampire squid fascinates researchers and ocean enthusiasts alike. Its dark, mysterious presence a constant reminder of the ocean's hidden wonders.